Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Let's Talk Tobago. I'm Davia Chambers. Today we're at Shaw Park Complex here in Scarborough, Tobago, and we're going to update you on all the major stories happening in Tobago over the past week. So sit back, relax and enjoy as Let's Talk Tobago starts right now. The Tobago Agribusiness Development Company, TADCO, is again collaborating with NOVO Farms to bring a new line of products to Tobago. The new Regional Junior Minister of Tourism returns home to a hero's welcome. Residents of the Mount Grace and Wim communities are now more aware of the threat posed by the giant African snail and ready to take action. And later, mass band Fog Angels are gearing up for Tobago's Carnival in October, and they're inviting you to be a part. We have all these stories and more for you when Let's Talk Tobago returns. Stay with us.
This is paradise, where the vibe's so nice. Say whoa, say whoa. Welcome to paradise, you will feel so nice in Tobago.
Now, some months ago, the Tobago Agribusiness Development Company, or TADCO, signed an MOU with NOVO Farms. It's a partnership expected to enhance the quality and the quantity of food produced right here in Tobago. In this story, Omadara Mills sat down to chat with the NOVO Farms CEO to find out a little bit about that business, why it's collaborating with TADCO, and to find out about some of the CEO's favorite TADCO products. Take a look.
Have you ever tried ready-made meal packs like dal, tomato choker, kalaloo or baigan? These are among a line of NOVO Farms products that will soon be available in Tobago's supermarkets, as well as via the Tobago Agribusiness Development Company, TADCO. TADCO's partnership with NOVO Farms is as a result of an MOU which was signed earlier this year. NOVO Farms is a Trinidad-based company with interests in agro-processing and food manufacturing. The company uses local produce like sweet potatoes, cassava and dasheen to produce different meals. Chief Executive Officer of NOVO Farms, Siobhan Wilson, says that the collaboration with TADCO will boost the country's food security.
In having conversations with TADCO, we saw a lot of opportunity there for us to work together, where we could provide some advantages, the technology, the skills, but TADCO had a lot of innovative, creative products that we really love, that are doing well on the shelves from what they've seen in the Agri-Expo coming into here. And we really believe that we have the opportunity to do something great in the local space in terms of agriculture sector and manufacturing.
Mr. Wilson gives further insight into the shared vision of the two enterprises.
The scope of the arrangement is really for us to be able to increase our capacity locally, Trinidad and Tobago, to be able to get the inputs that we need from farmers and then to manufacture and create the kind of products that you've been seeing on the shelves, and not just take that into the Trinidad and Tobago market, but to take it regionally and even globally. So that is kind of the roadmap in terms of where we're going, and the product range is very wide and vast.
As a TADCO customer, Mr. Wilson has a few favorites from the Tobago Agribusiness Company's widening range of products.
I love the dasheen cereal, right? I bought about 6 packs. I came back today to buy another one, but it's off the shelves. That has been doing extremely well, and not just from me. I mean, I love it personally, but other persons have been buying it. I don't even think they have any more on the shelves right now. And I've also had the cake, the cassava cake, fruit cake. That has been fantastic. I'm going to buy a couple more before I leave. So I really love those two. I do have a pack of the waffle mix to try at home. I haven't tried it as yet, but definitely when I try it, I'll give my feedback. But definitely everything so far has been fantastic.
Thanks to their mutual goals, TADCO and NOVO Farms can together lift the standards of the agricultural industry. I'm Omadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
Tobagonian Janae Brathwaite is the new Regional Junior Minister of Tourism. The Signal Hill Secondary School student returned home to a hero's welcome when she landed at the A&R Robinson International Airport. We have more details in this story.
So when I came in and I saw everyone at the airport, my heart literally wanted to explode out of happiness, because it shows that I have a lot of persons who are supporting me, and that I've truly made persons within the island proud, and that this achievement is not only mine but everyone's achievement. It is truly a happy feeling being back home.
17-year-old Janae Brathwaite walked away with the coveted title of Regional Junior Minister of Tourism at the recently concluded Caribbean Tourism Organization Youth Congress. She presented ideas on experiential tourism as a tool to improve Tobago's tourism product.
According to Mortensen 2010, an immersive museum is a specialized space which creates the illusion of time and place by using 3D technology to integrate visitors into the experience.
Along with her presentation style and use of technology showcasing Tobago, Ms. Brathwaite credits the support of her team as being key to cupping the regional title for the first time.
Actually really nervous. However, I saw my teachers, I saw our secretary, I saw Miss Sylvester, I saw my mom and my aunt, and it gave me that boost of confidence to go out there and showcase the island.
I couldn't believe at first when they announced that Tobago had won. It was a surreal feeling, and it just symbolized the fact that hard work, diligence, preparation reaps great rewards.
The new Regional Junior Minister of Tourism intends to use her platform to encourage other young people to share their ideas for the industry.
I see Jenny using it to encourage more students in the school, not only to join the club, but to also look at tourism as a career.
The CTO Youth Congress provides the opportunity for young people to develop a greater interest in the region's tourism sector. This initiative is supported by the division through its youth tourism programs.
The division places such a high emphasis on tourism education. We say from nursery to tertiary, so that they could be ambassadors for tourism for Tobago in particular. And this victory for Tobago, for the division, is phenomenal.
From the Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation, I'm Juliet James reporting for Let's Talk Tobago.
There's no better occasion to remind us how important it is to preserve our history than marking a Diamond Jubilee, 60 years as an independent nation. The We Little City exhibition held right here at Shaw Park Complex has presented Tobagonians with a flashback to the past, as we find out in this next story. Have a look.
Original documents of the schedule of events in 1962. Newsletters that were published weekly in July and August of the same year. The minutes of the Scarborough Lighting Subcommittee. Letters of solicitation, receipts for contributions, and much more. A treasure trove of documents for the Scarborough Lighting Project for the 1962 Independence Celebration of Trinidad and Tobago were all on display at the Shaw Park Complex as the Scarborough Heritage Parlour and Radio Tambrin hosted We Lit Our City. This event formed a part of the nation's 60th independence anniversary. The documents were maintained by George Leacock Sr., who chaired the Scarborough Lighting Project. The exhibition is presented in 5 exhibits that also cover the work of the Tobago Organizing Committee, led by Eileen Gilloom.
When I started and I realized how challenging it would be to complete, to sort, to collate, and to decide which part of this treasure trove of documents that we have was going to be displayed, I decided that I needed help. And you don't make it through this world without a certain number of co-conspirators.
According to the September 18, 1962 minutes of the Commercial Community Lighting Subcommittee, 3,000 feet of overhead street lights for decoration purposes were also solicited.
The streets of Scarborough were decorated with lights on August 31st, 1962, our very first independence as a nation. The Commercial Community Lighting Subcommittee, coupled with solicited funds from the business owners of Scarborough and environs, were responsible for such an amazing gift to Tobago. TADCO was also an integral part of this experience. They had to ask TADCO for assistance, and what TADCO did was they came with a letter with 3 different quotations on what it will cost the committee and Scarborough to pull off something as big as this.
Back then, a series of community lectures were also hosted to ensure every resident on the island understood just what it meant to be an independent nation.
On one end, they had the elders in the society from all different communities coming together to teach people about what it meant to be a citizen of an independent nation, finally, especially a Tobagonian. For the day when they had to feed 25,000 students and children of the community, people would have lent their vehicles to transport them to different venues where this thing was happening.
The launch was sponsored by the Trinidad and Tobago Electricity Commission, TADCO, and the exhibition was supported by First Citizens. Also present at the exhibition was Assistant Secretary for the Division of Community Development, Youth Development and Sport, Assemblyman Wayne Clark.
The giant African snail is a threat to Tobago communities. We'll find out what one group of residents is going to do about it right on the other side of this break. Stay with us. Let's Talk Tobago. We'll be right back.
Whoa, welcome to paradise. You will feel so nice in Tobago. This party island, the vibes is strong like white rum, boy. Party sweet on the road. From your reach, you go know.
The giant African snail poses a threat to the island for both health and economic reasons. Sightings in the Wim and Mount Grace communities were the genesis behind a meeting to bring greater awareness about this pest and to get the community involved in tackling this problem. Omar Mills has more in this story.
The giant African snail is an invasive species. It feasts on over 500 types of plants, including vegetable and ornamental crops, fruit trees, and forest trees. The snail is also a carrier of the rat-lung worm, a parasite that can cause meningitis in humans. It's therefore a serious threat to agriculture, public health, and the economy. In light of recent sightings of the creature in the Mount Grace and Wim communities, a giant African snail community meeting was held at Mount Grace Community Center. This awareness session shared a lot of critical information to ensure residents are fully up to date on the issue.
Once you find one, it requires a response. Remember, the giant African snail is a hermaphrodite, and a single snail can start a population in this space. The earlier you report the sighting, the higher the likelihood of a speedy eradication. The longer you take to report the pest, the population continues to grow, they continue to spread and establish themselves.
One giant African snail can produce over 1,000 eggs annually. Once the snails get established in an area, they are difficult to manage and expensive to eradicate. Community action groups is one way to help officers raise awareness about the snail and to assist in scheduled checks. Forming an action group was a major objective of the community meeting.
This is necessary because, of course, if the infestation is within the community, it is directly going to affect households, businesses in the community by extension. Remember, there's the public health risk as well with the rat-lung worm being vectored by the giant African snail. So therefore, it is critical for the community to work along with the division to be effective at reducing the population initially and eventually eradicating.
Residents appreciated learning about the features and behaviors of this pest. They're also interested in the measures and the partnerships needed to control the giant African snail.
I want to thank the Division of Agriculture for, your alertness in recognizing the sighting and coming to the community especially to ensure that we have buy-in and we can have the kind of partnership that would allow for success.
Leaving here with the information that was put out, it really and truly propelled me to be proactive now, to inform more persons about what needs to be done and what collaboration could happen for us to be greater informed as to how to eradicate this before it gets out of control.
For more information or to report sightings of the giant African snail, WhatsApp the Plant Protection Hotline at 482-7528 or call the Food Crop Production Office at 639-4616. I'm Amadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
The Tobago Blue Economy Ideas Competition 2022 is an initiative hosted by the International Development Bank, the IDB, to get people thinking about the environment and the need for sustainability. The IDB also hosted a workshop to help participating businesses implement their creative ideas. We have highlights in this story. Listen up.
Tobago is noted for its clean, clear, pristine sand and beaches, being the home to the world's largest brain coral, also as home to a swimming pool in the middle of the ocean called the Nyland Pool, and the world's oldest protected rainforest, just to name a few. That is why it is important that we preserve the greatest little island in the world. And one way in doing such is to protect our blue economy. And the Interdevelopment Bank, IDB, launched a great idea to help with this initiative called Tobago Blue Economy Innovation Ideas Competition. And out of this competition, a workshop was held to help in implementing strategies in moving forward. Blue economy is a sustainable use of ocean resources for economic growth, improved livelihoods and jobs, while preserving the health of the ocean ecosystem.
Basically what we're doing today is going through their project ideas, looking at their project concepts, hearing from them what their stories are, and also giving input into their stories, how to make this happen. So today it's a strong working session.
The competition sought to bring out the creative side of the competitors and to, in turn, spawn ideas of how we can best utilize sustainable resources from the oceans.
What we're looking at is economic diversification. This was the whole idea about the program, and to see what are the opportunities arising from the elements of the blue economy that can be implemented over time.
The winner of the competition received the prize of US $10,000. I'm Crystal George for Let's Talk Tobago.
Tobago's young people recently showed they know their way around the kitchen, but they had to earn the title of the island's best in the second edition of the Youth Canker competition hosted by the Division of Community Development, Youth Development and Sport. We'll tell you who the winners were in this story. Have a look.
It's called culinary arts for a reason. This is a skill that requires lots of love, time, dedication, even art and creativity. For a second year, the annual Youth Can Cook competition was hosted by the Division of Community Development, Youth Development and Sport, and the Tobago Hospitality and Tourism Institute, THTI. And these aspiring chefs did not come to play, as it gave them the opportunity to showcase their talent.
It's a competition which really started in 2019. It started out of a community-based project. One of my officers who is responsible for the Castara to Lansome district, she felt in her walkabout in the community that there were a lot of young people who were aspiring to the culinary field, but they weren't having an opportunity to do so. So that sparked the initiative to have the competition.
What's remarkable and innovative about this competition is that teams are formed right there and then. The clock is then set, teams strategize and invent, working together to create amazing dishes.
One of the things is that you will enter as an individual, but in our orientation, we will do some team dynamics and teaching young people to work in teams. So you're not coming with your crew, we're going to put you in groups. So the skill is, you know, to on the spot work with other people in the challenge.
Team Scorpion was the winning team. This team member says the experience is a testimony to the benefits of being open to anything in life.
Overall experience was amazing. At first, I was real nervous, I ain't gonna lie. So now you see me fooling around the kitchen, I was just calm my nerves, but the team worked awesome together and we knew nobody know each other. So today was our first kind of meshing and we got along perfect. Everything went smoothly and we proud of ourselves. We were shocked with ourselves today.
Community Development Secretary Terence Baines was also on hand to entice his palate and also to encourage the youth.
All the dishes tasted exceptionally well. Out of this particular situation, a few years from now, you never know, we may have some major chef in some major hotel or some place of business. So this is an incubator in my view, you know, and I am excited for the possibilities coming out of this event.
The competition was held at the Lambo Multipurpose Center. I'm Crystal George for Let's Talk Tobago.
Tobago Carnival is fast approaching and one organization is committed to ensuring masqueraders will have the time of their lives. Stick around to find out more because Let's Talk Tobago will return right after this break. Stay with us. Now culture falls into the spotlight with Tobago Carnival just over a month away. This time, it's the award-winning Fog Angels Mass Band seeking to put its stamp on the upcoming festivities. Our cameras visited Fog Angels to find out their plans for Carnival 2022. Here's what you can expect.
Carnival is a celebration. Carnival is color. Carnival is creativity. It's definitely a spectacle, and this year, Tobago's roads will display all of this and more for Carnival from October 28th to 30th. Part of this display is Fog Angels, the premium all-inclusive band based in Crown Point.
Our aim is always to produce costumes that customers of different variations of shapes and sizes can come into our band, feel safe, feel secure, feel nice. And that is what Fog Angels always offer all the time.
This year, Fog Angels is celebrating its 10th anniversary as a carnival band. So they've got 10 surprises on the road for its revelers.
We have 10 surprises for the road, right? We have 10 sections for Juve and we have 10 sections for Mass. We have Wakanda to my left and we have La Vida Loca to my right, and we also have a section called Island Breeze. Everyone knows that Carnival is about color. You see a lot of colorful costumes in most bands, right? However, we wanted to do something that it will shock everyone, right? So we decided to go with a black costume, and by designing the black costume and stuff, we thought about the name Wakanda, because our theme for this year is freedom. Wakanda symbolizes that as well.
Fog Angels promises to give all visitors and locals an experience of a lifetime.
We offer a double play package, which you can play Juve and Mass Saturday and Sunday for a cost of $2,000 per person. So this gets you access for Juve and Mass. This is a premium all-inclusive band. We have free drinks, free breakfast, free lunch for Mass, tight security, some of the biggest music trucks. We have drink trucks, wee-wee trucks, surprises, artists, and the list goes on.
If you're interested in being a part of this carnival experience, you can register on the company's website, www.fogangels.com.
We have a lot planned for you guys this year. This is our 10th anniversary, and we are getting ready to offload on the road. The road is ours.
Angel crew now ready up. Angel crew now be done stop.
So you've heard a lot from us today about all the buzz on the island. Now it's our turn to hear from you. So with Republic Day 2022 in the air, our crew took to the streets to find out how Tobagonians feel about the country's 46th anniversary as a republic. Here's what you said.
Trinidad and Tobago became a republic on August 1st, 1976. The event is celebrated as a public holiday on September 24th because this is the date when the first parliament met under the new Republican Constitution. But what does it mean to be a republic? Well, a republic is a state or nation in which the supreme power rests in all the citizens entitled to vote, the electorate, and is exercised by representatives elected directly or indirectly by them and responsible to them. So what does it mean as we celebrate our 46th anniversary?
Any country that has managed to enjoy independence and having republic status like ourselves, I think is a fantastic thing. It's a signal for more growth, more development. Hopefully people see the opportunity that we are not responsible to any colonial master, as the case may be, but there comes great responsibility when you have independence and republic.
I'm feeling very proud, and I find the country have come a long way and we're doing well.
As a people, we actually stick together, and that inspires me, because just to see how we work together hand in hand and we can still share that love, share that peace. I mean, every country has their own downfalls, but what does make us the best is that our ability to resolve situations, and that I believe does make us strong and spread the love continuously.
I'm proud to know that we've been able to have a democracy that's been hard fought. All women are able to stand side by side with men, which is something that is not common across the world.
I'm proud to be a Trinidad and Tobago citizen. I'm born in Tobago. We have the rights to vote as women. We have the right to join the army. We have the rights to join the police, Coast Guard, anything like that. And we have a voice that women could afford to speak out in this country.
All women being able to represent themselves equally among men, our ability to vote as citizens of our country and represent ourselves as people in the country. Yes, I think that's one of the best things we can actually have achieved as a country, as a nation.
There's much to be desired, but I'm proud of where we are at.
When you look around the Caribbean, there are countries that have not yet achieved republicanism. And as a Twin Island state, that is a milestone that we can say that we are proud of. And of course, I mean, there's a lot more development to happen in this Twin Island state, but we are indeed happy to be a republic and of course celebrating 46 years.
Happy great.
Happy Republic, Trinidad and Tobago.
Happy Republic Day, Trinidad and Tobago. God bless you.
Happy Republic Day, Trinidad and Tobago.
Happy Republic Day, and be proud of your country. Love Trinidad and Tobago.
Happy 46th anniversary Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Marlon Gottsliben for Let's Talk Tobago.
So we've come to the end of yet another edition of Let's Talk Tobago, and as always, we thank you for watching. Please email us with your comments or queries about the program, and be sure to visit our website, like our Office of the Chief Secretary Facebook page, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. From our house to yours, I'm Davia Chambers, along with the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly, wishing you a safe and enjoyable week.